welcome back to the vlog. Today I'm actually getting my septum pierced. I'm so excited, and when I get in these moods I'm like, I need it now. So I booked an appointment for today and I'm gonna take you guys along with me, maybe film in there. I don't know if they'll allow it, but I do have to go to work first, so I'm gonna do that. Let me show you my outfit. I'm back from work now. Saturdays are always so busy at the coffee shops, so yeah, I'm feeling really tired, but I think I broke my finger while I was at work because I was grabbing something and I accidentally like punched a metal bar. I was so excited to come home and knit this romper that I've been working on, but now I feel like I shouldn't really use my hands that much, and I don't know how bad it is. Like, I'm just being dramatic. It's probably not broken. I'm really hoping it's just a bone bruise. So I think I'm just gonna ice my finger and read for a little bit. My piercing appointment is at 4:45. It's 1:19 right now, so, but I wanna go now. I'm so excited. It's time to go. I'm eating a snack. I'm eating a chocolate rice cake before I go because you should probably eat before you get a needle stuck in you. Okay, so they did say that I couldn't film the piercing itself, but they said I could take some pictures. I'm gonna go over everything in this video, just stay tuned, but for now, this is me waiting. He was just cleaning out my nose and everything, and then here is the needle in. I covered the tip, so trigger warning. And then here he is checking it after. This is right after, before I even looked in the mirror. That's pretty much all the pictures I got, but we'll talk about it later. Okay, and then we got pizza. So it's the next day, and as you can see, I got my septum pierced. So I've had it for like 16-ish hours now. I guess I'll talk about like the whole experience for anyone wondering, especially because for me, like when I'm thinking of doing something, I want as much information, like resources, people's experience as possible. So I wrote down things to talk about because I know I'm gonna forget stuff. I guess like starting off with why I wanted it. I don't know, I just wanted to like switch something up. A tattoo seemed a little bit too permanent for me at this time, so I decided on a piercing. So how I found the shop was that I actually live really close. Just looking at it, I mean, you guys saw the clips, like it looks like a medical facility. Like it's so clean in there. It's actually a piercing only shop, which obviously if they're a piercing only shop, they probably have their shit together. I really have never had a bad piercing experience. This is the first time I went to that shop, but like other shops that I've been to, like just do your research. Nowadays you have Google reviews, you have Yelp reviews, and obviously recommendations from friends is always pretty important. Like if you trust someone and trust their opinion, that's a good way to go about that too. I pretty much just walked in because I wanted to see what jewelry they had, and since it looked like a nicer shop, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so expensive. A lot of the times the price of the piercing itself is different from the jewelry, so they'll like combine the price and that's your total price, which was what the case was for this place. I knew I wanted one of these kind of horseshoe ones, and I'll talk about why later, but I went in there, looked at the jewelry, and then asked if they had any appointments. They were like, just come back tomorrow at this time. Okay, so the day of, I made sure I ate before, which you always want to eat something before you get a piercing because some people get like lightheaded. I've never really had that issue. So I got there, he showed me like a test strip that he had me initial to prove that like all of the stuff that he sanitized for my piercing was sanitized for me. I trusted like the studio, so I wasn't too worried about it. So while he was sanitizing everything, I pretty much just filled out forms, gave him my ID. Basically, the first thing that he did was he looked in my nose and kind of like felt it for the sweet spot, which is the thinnest part of skin that's in your septum. And basically they feel for that because it's supposed to be pretty painless. I mean, obviously any piercing is going to be some kind of pain, and it heals easier. So yeah, pretty much I just laid down. He looked inside my nose to kind of decide like what size jewelry, and then he cleaned my nose with an alcohol swab and then put iodine on my nose. So while I was waiting for like the iodine to dry, he just talked me through all of the aftercare. Super thorough. He actually didn't do mine with the clamp, which I feel like some people say like the clamp hurts worse than the piercing itself. He was telling me everything that he was doing. I'm gonna feel where your sweet spot is with the back of the needle. Breathe in, breathe out, and then like on an exhale, he just pierced it. I think with all like nose piercings, your eyes just automatically watered. Mine did. So for pain, I would say it's like a 2 out of 10. Like it really wasn't that painful at all. I would say it's like equivalent to pulling a nose hair out. And then it's that quick too. Like didn't really feel like anything was even in my nose. It wasn't throbbing or anything. And then he put the jewelry in, blah, blah, blah. Gave me more aftercare info. And then I looked in the mirror, loved the way it looked,
paid for it, and then I was on my way. Afterwards, I did go to Walgreens to get some saline spray and Q-tips. So for the price, I paid $93 to get it done. So the piercing itself was $40, and then jewelry was $50. It depends obviously on the quality of your jewelry. I think they used all like implant grade titanium. You want to have a really good piece of jewelry in there, so I didn't mind paying, like, I don't really know how much they normally run, but like 50 seemed reasonable for me. And then I just tipped him like a 20. One thing that I was like a little bit confused about beforehand, which you might have to do more research on this, but people say like, do you tip on the service itself, like the piercing itself? So would you tip on the $40 or would you tip on the total? So if I tipped on the $40 piercing, like it would be a lot less. But since I included the jewelry in it, I just tipped 20 because either way, like I appreciate like how professional and how good they are, but some people like buy more expensive jewelry. So if there was another ring that I was looking at and it was like $300, so if you tipped 20% on 300 plus 40 for the piercing, like that's kind of outrageous, you know? I think for this case, like it was appropriate how much I tipped. That was kind of my take on it. I just probably would tip $20 either way. Next is how I cleaned it in the shower. I just kind of like let the water get in my nose and like loosen everything up after I sprayed the saline on both sides. And he said that septums are pretty easy to heal. Also, I decided to get the horseshoe kind of barbell, curved barbell, because you can flip it up. So I'm not gonna do it right now because I didn't wash my hands and you don't wanna like move it around too much. I can flip it up and then you totally can't even tell that I have it. So I wanted to heal with this one because I knew like I couldn't be taking it out and stuff. So I wanted to be able to hide it if I needed to. Which is why it's such a perfect piercing. Like you could literally just not have it. And if you take this piercing out, you don't even see the scar. Like you wouldn't even know that you had it. As far as pain, like you kind of like move your nose a lot, so sometimes it feels like itchy. I didn't realize how like controversial this piercing was. I feel like it's like you either love it or you hate it kind of thing, and I could see why maybe it's like a little bit jarring. I love them. I love them on other people, like I always have really liked them on other people. I think they're so cute and they show like a lot of personality in a way. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's so fun. I can't describe it other than like I just feel more fun in a way. If you have any questions or if you're thinking about getting a septum piercing, let me know any questions you might have. I'll try to answer them. Okay, I've just been working on this romper that you'll see. I have my piercing flipped up right now to show you guys that you can't see it when it's flipped up. I definitely am only gonna be flipping it if it's like all lubricated from when I washed it. Okay, I'm just gonna be working on this. I've been obsessed with these LaCroix, limoncello LaCroix. They're probably not good for you, but I mean, maybe not that bad, but I'm going to yoga. I usually go on Mondays. That class that I was talking about in my last vlog, it's like a flow and play, but there's a sub today. So we'll see. I just worked early this morning and then I pretty much worked on knitting that romper like all day. And you guys know I kind of have like a finger injury. I definitely knit for like a few hours and now I'm kind of sore in the fingers, but yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. But I think tonight I'm just gonna make like the Trader Joe's pot stickers because I don't know, I don't really feel like cooking and chopping that much stuff right now. This is what I'm wearing to yoga. I pretty much wear these biker shorts like every week to yoga. They're from Aritzia. Yeah, I usually always wear these biker shorts. They're so comfortable and just like stay in place. I have like a few other pairs that kind of like roll up or they're like too loose. And then this Free People tank top with this high neck sports bra, which kind of looks awkward, but I don't know, I kind of like it. A little update on my septum piercing. So last night when I got home, I was cleaning it in the shower and I think I might have bumped it or something. I also flipped it back up because I didn't want to wear it out at work today. And it started bleeding, like kind of a lot. And I got really scared and nervous, but like I know it's normal, like it's a wound and I probably just like bumped it. But I feel like now I'm just gonna leave it up in my nose for a while, maybe like a few days before I flip it back down. Because my piercer said it was fine to like flip it maybe once a day, but I don't know, I think I was over cleaning it. So I think I'm gonna heal it mostly flipped up. If I want to flip it down for something, I'm probably gonna wait like at least a week or two to do that. Not a big issue, I'm just gonna clean it twice a day. It was a little bit alarming because I wasn't expecting that because it was fine. Like the first 2 days it didn't bleed at all. I don't wanna pick at the scab because obviously that's going to make it bleed more. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at now. I was like freaking out about it last night. I like was so anxious, but it stopped bleeding. I thought like it was just free bleeding, which it was, and then it clotted like normal, like any other wound, so it was fine. But I'm gonna go to work today, and then tonight we're dyeing Elliot's hair blue.
Hey, what's up, YouTube?
All right, it's time to do some DIY hair. Do not try this at home. It will go wrong. I've done my hair at home. It didn't go great, but I know a little bit about it. So I have this bleach, developer. I'm gonna mix these because I'm a little bit worried about 40 on the scalp. And then I have this unicorn hair. This like washes out pretty quickly. I've used it when I was blonde, but I don't think that Elliot wants to have blue hair for
Not yet.
a very long time. I just have one of these. Depending on how his hair lifts, we might have to tone it. I feel like the blue will cancel out a lot of yellow tones, but at the same time, I don't know. Never mind. We're gonna do the blue tomorrow. I also have gloves and a scale. I don't have a mixing bowl, but I have this, so. Also, excuse the horrible lighting and just like bad setup. We don't have the most aesthetic bathroom ever. That's why I never film in here. All right, now I gotta tone it. That looks really good. A bleach and tone. We're using T18, Wella T18. I don't think we'll need much, but we're gonna use it with 20, a 1-to-1 ratio. Probably use like half of this bottle. Final color. It looks really bad in this lighting, but... And then also the blue, which I guess I'll show you guys tomorrow. I actually did nothing today besides go for a walk and then edit all day. It's time for another hair experiment. I'm gonna help Elliot dye his hair blue. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to do one more round of toner. So we're gonna tone it again, and then Elliot bought this stuff today. He said that the person at Sally's recommended this. So we originally bought the Lime Crime unicorn hair that I showed you guys earlier, but I don't know why I thought that was blue, but it was like more of a purple color. This is what we're going with instead. Woohoo!
Not at all what I was going for.
It's not really the same color that we thought it was gonna be, but...
Well.
I think the guy kind of recommended the wrong shade of blue, but I still like it. I think it looks good. I feel like he was going for more of like an icy blue, and it's more like a greenish blue, but I think it looks okay. What do you think of your new hair?
It's awfully blue. So good.
Okay, it's the next morning. I pretty much work all day today, so I need to get ready for that. I'm also gonna make spring rolls tonight, and that's just like, because it's getting hot out, so I don't want to like use the oven all the time. So I'm gonna chop up all of my vegetables and stuff for that, so I can just kind of like assemble them when I get home. But I wanted to show you some new makeup that I've been using from Merit Beauty. So they sent me 3 products along with this cute little makeup bag that I've been using. I love this thing, it's perfect. I just put everything in here, and then I open it up, and it actually holds like so much stuff. And your first purchase of Merit Beauty will come with this little bag. It is finally summer. It's supposed to be like 90 something degrees, over like 85 every day on out, which means I'm not wearing as much makeup because I need to let my skin breathe. I'm trying to be gentle on my nose because since I tucked up my septum piercing, I forget that it's there, and then sometimes I'll like rub my nose and I'm reminded by a little bit of pain. It's not too bad. I actually told you guys that it was bleeding the other day, and then I was freaking out about it, but honestly, it's fine now. I just let it clot, and then I didn't like rub the scab at all. I just kind of let it fall off naturally. Yeah, and the last of that scab fell off this morning. So I think that's all good. I'm just so impatient and I want to like be able to flip it up and down. So we'll see how it feels. A little bit of bleeding on like day 3, but we're all good now. So this is the Merit Beauty Day Glow Highlighting Balm. I love anything in a stick form that you could just rub on your face. I sometimes apply this with just my fingers, but that's kind of when I'm really in a rush. And I like to put a lot on my nose to make my nose look a lot tanner. It's nice because it's like a bronzer but a highlighter. I also just put a little bit on my eyelids, but I haven't used this brush that they gave me, but look how like sleek and small it is. The brush is super dense too, and this is brush number 1. Let's see how this blends. Ooh. It's funny because I feel like beauty blenders were like all the rage when I started doing my makeup in high school, and now I feel like I mostly use brushes. I still do use my beauty blender, but like I didn't really use any makeup brushes for a while, and now I've been using brushes again. Again, trying to be gentle on my nose, so this might take a second. Like, look at how that's catching the light. It looks really nice. So that's what that looks like on. Got a little bit of color on the eyelid. This actually blended it out really nice. I'm gonna do my eyes and then we'll do the final. So I just did eyebrows, eyeliner, and mascara. And the last thing that Merit sent me was this lipstick. I got to choose the shade. They have quite a few colors. What's nice is on the website, they have the colors on different skin tones, so you can kind of see what will look most similar to your skin tone. Guys, I've never had like a nice lipstick before. This feels so fancy. So this is the signature lip in the color Slip. So I don't think I'm gonna wear this to work. It does say it's buildable. I think I'm just gonna put a little bit on because I don't know. I don't really wear lipstick to work. Maybe I'll put a little bit of lip liner on first. I feel like different lip colors like scare me on myself. I like look so different or something. The nice thing is this says it's like buildable. So if I were to put more on, then I could. And that's what that looks like. By the way, my lip liner is Nutmeg by NYX. That's the final look. I really love the ease of all these products. Everything feels really nice on my skin, so definitely gonna check out more products from them. If you want to check out Merit Beauty, make sure you use the link in my description. Again, your first purchase comes with this very cute free bag, and they also offer free shipping on all orders over $40. Thanks again to Merit Beauty. I just got home from work a little bit ago. I finished making my spring rolls. I was so hungry, so I did not do a very good job. I made this like peanut dipping sauce to go with them. I'm just sitting here watching Red, White, and Royal Blue. It's like a rom-com. It seems like pretty cheesy right now, but I feel like that's kind of what I need right now. I'm just gonna sit here and finish eating and watch this movie and go to bed because today was very long. Oh my gosh. Today someone brought in a stroller of like 8 puppies and I got to hold a little puppy today. It was like so wholesome. I'll put a picture in. So I just went for a walk. It's been getting so hot, but I was walking around downtown and there was this cool street market going on. So I wanted to show you guys what I got. I was not planning on spending money because I've been spending too much money recently, but I just had to because there was so much fun stuff. So the first thing I got were these earrings. These are from Graffiti Panda, I think is what they're called. And then I also got this ring from House of Energy. And it's this really pretty turquoise with gold details. And it's so fun. I love the gold details and it's just like different. It is Sunday. I didn't vlog for a few days because I've just been working. Everyone's been out of town and I'm just doing the same thing. If you're feeling that way, I feel you. At the same time, that's not a bad thing. It's just like comparing myself to other people and like what everyone else is doing. My time will come. Right now, I gotta work. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. any other things you guys want to see in vlogs. This one is a little chaotic. I did finish that romper this week for that video. If you haven't seen it, it's out already, so check that out. But besides me like knitting and crocheting, which I normally do in vlogs, this is what my life looks like. So leave me a comment, anything else you guys want to see in vlogs. Make sure you subscribe, it really helps me out, and I'm trying to do a little giveaway at 25K. If you want to help me get there and be part of the giveaway, definitely subscribe, and I'll let you guys know when we get there. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.